Blessings, everyone. This is Chris Kendall from therawadvantage.com, registered holistic nutritionist, raw food lifestyle coach, and raw chef. I'm at the UK Fruit Festival here with Fruity Louise.
Hi!
And today we're going to get into growing with and through your weakest link.
For sure. I'm going to share all the tips that I know about this area.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Baby, I like it raw. Raw Advantage likes it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Hey.
Alright guys, so I'm super stoked to be here with Louise. We've been, rocking it at fruit festivals for years. You're the head of the Denmark Fruit Festival for lots of time.
I was, yeah.
And now doing a lot of emceeing out here. Awesome time at UK. But, a lot of times people get into a raw food diet, or they've been into it for a long time, and they put all their cards on the table in diet, thinking that's going to make all the difference in the world.
Yeah, and
it does, right? But
it does take you a long way, but sometimes it's just not enough.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I thought I would just share my views on what it takes to get the ideal health, and so yeah, like you say, diet is just not always enough. So there's all these lifestyle areas that you can look into as well. And I've made this lifestyle flower where I just kind of put all the areas into. The first one that's super important is remove pollution. Because if you live in the middle of a city and you're super polluted every day, or your diet is super polluted, or you're super toxic because you're full of heavy metals or something, it's gonna be really hard to recover.
So that'd be stuff like toxic things in your house and in your environment and in the city and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's like if you every day use tons of makeup and you brush your teeth in fluoride and you put deodorant on, you breathe it in, you put toxic creams on your skin, your body absorbs that.
Absolutely.
It's in your bloodstream within a few minutes, and it has, your liver and kidneys has to detox that. And so if you can remove those burdens, your body is just going to have a way easier time healing if they don't have to deal with all the toxins.
Absolutely, makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the first one. And the second one is diet, of course. Basically, get rid of all the heavy, refined, and heated food, and the body just has so much more energy for healing. It's just way easier for it.
Whole, fresh, ripe, raw, organic plant foods, right?
Exactly.
There we go.
Yeah. So I'm not going to go too much into that one. But,
you guys know some of that if you've been watching us for a while.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then another really important area, that's sleep.
It's huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
Because people think, oh, I just slept 4 hours and I don't understand why I'm not functioning properly. But when you sleep, that's when you're healing.
Absolutely.
And especially the hours before midnight. Go to bed before 10, please. And
it's hard sometimes, right? But it's worth it.
Totally.
Absolutely. That's when you heal. That's when you build muscle. That's when you detoxify more deeply. Everything.
Yeah. So your cortisol levels are supposed to be high in the morning, and then it just drops gently during the day, and then around 10 they start to rise again. And if you can't sleep after 10, that's why it's your cortisol is rising.
Yeah.
So just go to bed before 10 and you should be good. When you start to yawn, go to bed.
Yeah.
Even though I know that's when the good things are happening sometimes, the programs you want to watch or whatever. But just get as many hours as you can, because you can't expect your body to rest if you're underslept.
If you're eating the best diet in the world but you're not sleeping, I'm sorry, you ain't gonna get the best health. Yeah, it's not gonna work.
So the next one is water, and of course we're getting tons of water from our fruit.
Yeah. But
some people need to drink a little bit extra. Unless you eating huge melons every day, you might not get enough of water. And I think in some countries the water is just not good enough.
Yeah, there's a lot of poor quality water out there for sure. I've seen in the States there's even some water you can light on fire from the tap.
Ooh.
That's scary.
Ouch. Well, I'm from Denmark, and the water there is pretty good, but even though it's pretty good, it's still not super. They constantly find pesticides and hormonal residues from birth control pills and whatever in the water, and we're drinking it, and a lot of it.
It's not good.
No. So just clean your water, do something that makes it healthier.
So maybe some reverse osmosis or distillation, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Or if you can't afford the machines, just get a charcoal filter.
Yeah.
Just a stick of charcoal.
A Brita or something or whatever. Yeah.
Anything that improves your quality of water, that would be ace. And then number 5, that is positive thinking. Because if you are constantly negative in your mindset, it's going to affect your health.
100%.
You can go and just go, oh, this is sucks, and I'm grumpy about that, and that person is annoying, and your hormones are gonna be affected by it.
It's like Eeyore, right?
Yeah.
You want to be Pooh Bear or Tigger instead of Eeyore, right?
Just like be appreciative of what you have, and you're gonna get more. I just find that like feeling good and thinking positive is such an important thing for your health.
100%.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. I've
Yeah.
met a lot of people who they do all the right things, but they're always looking at the negative side of life,
Yeah.
or thinking they're in the victimhood kind of mentality, and it definitely weighs on you in more ways than you can count.
Yeah, like I've met people who've been on this diet for years, and
Yeah.
their weakest link was that they are just grumpy,
Yeah.
and they don't believe they can get well, and they don't see it. They don't. Yeah.
What are you focusing on?
Exactly. What you focus on, you'll get more of.
Yeah.
Right. And then the next one is fresh air, because we're basically a goldfish in an aquarium. And yeah,
Fresh air out here. This is pretty nice.
Yeah, and the water surrounding us is like the water surrounding a goldfish, and that's
Yeah.
our air, and it has to be clean. Like
Absolutely.
if you pour dishwashing soap into the aquarium, that fish is not going to be happy.
No, absolutely not.
And we got so much pollution in the air, like car fumes and.
So what would you say is the
paint.
best way, get out to the countryside sometimes?
Yeah,
or,
definitely.
Yeah?
Like,
Yeah.
but even open your windows, even though you're in a city.
Yeah.
Just get like air, oxygen,
Yeah.
oxygen.
Yeah,
That's-
not just stagnant
that's
air in your
nutrient.
house.
Uh,
I do the same. I kind of put the sleep and the air together and open my window
Right.
at night, so I'm
Yeah.
getting really fresh air when I'm sleeping.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well done. Yeah. So definitely, like, lots of fresh air. It's one of the most vital nutrients, and we don't think about it. Like, how long can
It's
you live
true.
without air?
Not long at all.
No.
Yeah.
What about water? Not long.
No, it's true.
And food, yeah, that's secondary. you
Yeah,
know?
we could go a while without food, but
Yeah.
either of those two, you're down and out
Yeah,
pretty quick.
It has to be
Yeah.
good quality.
Yeah.
And the next one is sunshine. We need
I
sunshine.
love sunshine.
Yeah. So it's basically does so many good things in our body to get it, like creating D vitamin and stuff.
Absolutely.
So it makes us happy, and I'm like, you gotta get your D vitamin from the sun.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And plus, it just feels good to lay out there, relaxes
Yeah.
you so much, and everyone's waiting for the summer to get out there in the sun anyway, right?
Mhm.
It's just getting enough, not too much, just like the water or anything else.
Just right. So if you live like in a dark country in the wintertime, then go on a summer holiday or something. Like,
Come to a retreat.
yeah.
Come to a festival.
Yeah. And the next one is well-being. So basically, like, if you don't feel good, how can you expect your body to thrive?
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
so many people are stressed out, and you're creating all these stress hormones, and your nervous system is overworked, and your body just cannot balance itself. So I definitely say, like, whatever it takes, if you have to quit the job, leave the relationship, just do whatever it takes for you to feel good.
Yeah, so
if
that's
you
what it's
wanna
all
get
about,
well.
right? Like, just doing something having purpose, having
True, yeah.
things you love in life.
As well, like,
Yeah.
just find your joy, your
Yep.
bliss, and like have more fun, play more,
Fun's
be
good.
like a kid, do
I heard
like
that
this
fun is
guy.
good. I heard
Yeah.
fun is fun,
Skateboard more.
Yeah, if you can. Why not?
Or dance more, that's what I do.
Yeah, dancing's fun.
Yeah. So well-being is super important. If you're stressed out, it's not gonna work. And then the last one is exercise, because you have this lymphatic system which
Yep.
moves the garbage around, and if you're not moving, everything is just gonna sit still.
Absolutely. You don't want to stagnate.
No,
You want
it's
to
gonna be
move around.
toxic.
Exactly.
Yeah. So just find something that you enjoy and do, and so basically what I wanted to say with all this is, like, we have all these areas that are equally important, and you gotta choose to make them all equal.
Yeah.
So what I see so many people do is go to this kind of scenario where their diet is super high, but the other areas are just varied. Maybe the air quality is super bad, and
Yeah.
your water is not so good, and you're not exercising or something, and your health will never be better than your weakest link.
And they might be just micromanaging diet and trying every teeny little thing, which in some cases may help,
Yeah.
but at some point you got to look at everything else.
You do.
Absolutely.
So some people, like I said, been on a diet for years and they're still not healthy. I really think, look at the others. If
Absolutely.
you're stressed out, you're not gonna get well.
Stress and sleep I see
Yeah.
so often, and there's so many other factors, of course, but
Yeah.
you got to look at them all.
So on this slide here, you can just see that one is really high, the others are low. And so your task is to identify the weakest link and say, how can I get the lowest one higher?
Yeah.
And then work on that. And you should like end up at a slide that looks more like this, where they're all at the equal height.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can gradually just raise all of them. I think that's the way to go. That's at least how I work on it.
No, 100%.
So,
I
yeah.
agree. And it's like, you know, the things you're already really good at, they take so much work to even get a little bit better. Whereas the things that you have, you know, as the weakest link, you put a bit of work into it and you get big results. You know?
For sure. And I really think that the feeling good part is the one that most people miss.
Yeah.
They treat themselves horribly.
Yeah, no,
and
it's
they
true.
expect
It's true.
too much of themselves, and
Guilt and judgment.
Yeah, and old like feelings about not being good enough, lack of self-love, and just stressed out at work or whatever financially. And like, you gotta deal with that. Look at that old garbage and just start to like be happy with yourself and your life. And
the
then
raw
your
food
health
diet
will come.
the raw food diet can bring this stuff up, but
For sure.
you know, it can either bring you down or it actually does bring you up. It brings it up so you can face it, look at it, and grow with and through it.
True.
Well, thank you so much, Louise.
Thank
Always
you.
a pleasure.
Yes, always.
So hopefully you guys enjoyed that a lot. Bring some comments below, hit like, you know, subscribe, check out Fruity Louise over here as well. And as always, wishing you much peace, love, and seasonal fruit.
Bye.
Time to grow with your weakest link.
Ooh, don't forget to check out my raw recipes playlist in the top left, the video just for you in the top right, subscribe for more in the bottom right, and get your 3 free ebooks in the bottom left.
My Grab My iPhone app comes with 50 free recipes, common fruit and vegetable calorie breakdown, a food combining chart, shopping cart function, and much, much more.